Hey friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I am super excited to be with you here today to go over and compare and contrast two fabulous new car seat offerings. So on my left, your right, we've got the Uppababy Aria. So this is a really exciting brand new infant seat from Uppababy. And then here on my right, your left, I have the Nuna Pipa Aire RX. So these are both going to be the new infant seat offerings 2024 from sort of the two biggest premium brands, Nuna and Uppababy. So what makes them different? Let's talk about it. So to start off with, the Aire RX, which is shown here in the caviar, the all black color, that's going to retail for $550. That will include one base, but the seat can also buckle into a car if you don't want to use the base. The Aria will be $350. It will come with one base. You can also buckle it into a car without using the base that is included. Both of these will utilize a European belt routing method when you are buckling it into the car without the base, so they're both excellent that way. And the bases themselves for both of these seats are relatively similar in that they both come with two very nice anti-rebound features, one being a stability load leg, the other being an anti-rebound plate. But I would encourage you to check out my video talking about and demonstrating the installation on both of these seats, comparing that. That is a separate video. So if you want to see the bases and sort of understand more about that, please check that video out. This right now, we're just talking about the actual seats themselves. Okay, so getting into just the seats themselves, one thing I do want to do is probably zoom in on these guys. I may have to come over to the camera to adjust it down slightly just so that we get our best view. Additionally, you might lose my head in this video. I'm sorry, but I am of course still here, happy to go over this with you. Okay, hopefully that's going to be our most useful. Other things to understand about the seats. Both of these seats have a 7-year expiration date. So that means both of these seats, after they are manufactured, it's a 7-year expiration date after the date of manufacture. The other thing to understand is that the Nuna, which is the black one here, has a 1-year limited warranty after the date of purchase. Uppababy has a limited lifetime warranty for the duration of the seat's life. So if the seat has the 7-year expiration, any time within that 7 years where the seat is not performing correctly, they would still cover the seat. Whereas Nuna is going to be a 1-year warranty. Now, Nuna is significantly more expensive, and I think it's important to talk about what you are getting with the additional money with the Nuna infant seat. And the other thing that I think it's important to understand is that the Nuna is, and one of the great features of Aria is that it's ultra, ultra lightweight. But if you actually look at the seats themselves, you will notice that the Nuna is going to be a physically larger car seat. So when I measured the backrest, which is the butt to the very top of the usable portion of the seat, both of these seats had 19¼ inches of back and head support. The foot support portion is where you're getting that pronounced difference in the way that they look. So here we've got more foot support than we do over here. Now this is not the end of the world, but that makes sense because this is a significantly lighter product. So the weight of Aria is going to be 6.9 pounds. Weight of Nuna Pipa Aire RX, I think they say is something like 8.4 pounds. However, when you take out the infant insert, which comes out after 11 pounds, and if you were to remove the canopy, you would be at a 6.2 pound car seat here. So if weight is super critical to you, I would say both of these are great choices because they're both super lightweight. But if you did want to make the Nuna even lighter weight, you have the option to remove the canopy, and that will take off quite a bit of weight. Now, I would not ever want to do that with Nuna, because Nuna includes this really nice piece called the Sky Drape, which comes down and gives you that complete UPF 50 coverage over the seat. You get great sun coverage with Aria as well. So this is a huge improvement for Uppababy. Older models of their seats have done a very poor job with sun coverage. I don't care how rude that sounds, it's totally true. My sister's kids are redheads, so sun coverage is absolutely critical when I'm looking at products. This one has good sun coverage. This one also has good sun coverage. So either way, you're gonna get good sun coverage. But if you notice on the back here, Aria has a punch hole situation going on for ventilation, which honestly reads to me as more, you know, cost effective. Here with Nuna, again, more luxury. You're gonna have the beautiful mosquito net on the back for ventilation with a magnetic cover. So, like, let's think about this, right? The little magnets in here, those are weight. This fabric is weight. The fabric that comes up and tucks in here is weight. There's a zipper on the canopy. All of that weight is gonna add up to make this a little heavier than this guy. This one, we cut off some of the plastic. We do things like a punch hole here that has no coverage. No magnets, no zippers. That's all gonna help keep this guy lighter weight than this guy. Now, if we move into the actual seats themselves, one thing that I thought was really great about both of these seats is that they both have bike helmet foam running throughout the entire interior of both seats. So it's not like the foam stops behind the head. The foam runs all the way down into the body and into the foot of the seats, and that's true of both of them. But let me actually loosen this slightly. One thing I will give an advantage to for the Uppababy is that I'm going to move this handle back. All car seats that are infant seats with handles, usually you can have the handle come all the way back and it makes the seat stationary so it stops rocking. But there's a tab on the top of this seat, so when you pull on it, it will raise the headrest up and the shoulder harness moves with the headrest. This is called a no rethread harness, meaning that it's a little simpler to do than what you're gonna have over here on Air RX. So Air RX from Nuna Pipa Aire RX is going to have a body piece that comes out after 11 pounds. I'm gonna take the body pieces out of both of these products just because they annoy me. And they're only infants for a very short duration of time, turn into bigger babies. So the Uppababy pillow comes out at 9 pounds. The Nuna one comes out after 11. And the Nuna also has the option of completely removing the headpiece. The headpiece can only be used in the top 2 shoulder positions. If you look at these seats, the Nuna is definitely more spacious, more generous, but the other part of this conversation that I found really interesting when I actually went to the insides of the seats is Nuna has this blue, and I don't know if you can see it here, but let's see if I can pull this closer to show. Nuna has this like blue foam in there. That is memory foam. Memory foam is going to line the interior of this seat from the head all the way down the back to where it meets with the lower butt portion of the seat. Then we have bike helmet foam surrounding the sides all the way through to the feet. So you have more bike helmet foam, more plastic. You also have memory foam for comfort. Additionally, Nuna is going to use merino wool on their infant insert. Merino wool is a great temperature regulating product. It also wicks moisture away from a child's body, so it helps them feel cooler. Actually, let's put these over on the magnetic little buckle retainers on the side. Another feature, buckle retainers on the side. These are magnetic. For Uppababy, there isn't any buckle retainer. On the older model of the Mesas, they did have a way to put the harness back. Here I'm just tucking it into the seatbelt pieces, but again, I'm certain that's to keep the weight down. Now, the other thing to sort of be aware of on the seats is that, and this is feedback I've gotten from customers. So part of this conversation and part of the reason why I've held off on even making this video is that I wanted to get customer feedback after looking at both of these, because as somebody who sells seats, I generally bring my own bias to the table, which can make it a little bit difficult to give meaningful reviews without a little bit more comments from regular customers. Number one thing that they're saying about this guy is that it looks short, which I get, but they both hold 30 pounds, 30 inches. Where you would get shorter is on the foot. But again, on most car seats, kids' feet are dangling over the foot portion anyway, and that doesn't affect the safety of the seat. As long as they're still under the height limit and they still have shell above their head, 9 times out of 10, they're still able to sit in the seat. So having it be shorter at the foot doesn't bother me. But some people say that this guy seems a little bit more upright. And I would agree that the seat itself is definitely more upright than this guy. However, Uppababy's response to that, and it does make sense, is that when it's being utilized on a stroller or utilized in its base with the correct level of the base being selected for the age of the child, you should not have any problems using it safely. And you also need to use the body pillows for the seat in accordance with your child's weight. So that's going to be true of all car seats. What that basically means is use it as directed and you're not going to have problems. But when we set things down immediately next to each other on a table where it's not meant to be sitting anyway, they do look different and they do have different angles, but everything's meant to be different in vehicles once they're installed. So, again, both 40 pounds, 40 inches. They both come with one base. They both can install with or without the base with the European belt routing method. Both bases are excellent in terms of safety. Both start at 4 pounds, go up to 30 pounds, 30 inches. They both have a 7-year expiration date. I would give the advantage to Uppababy with the limited lifetime warranty if that matters to you. If comfort, style, and design are a greater value, I do think that this is a more stylish, plusher, fancier seat. The materials feel significantly nicer to me too, but that doesn't mean that Aria is a bad seat. It's just to sort of give differences and explain what we're seeing at the different price points and sort of how that translates to consumers. So if you have questions or you have comments, please feel free to leave them below. Please feel free to hit like and subscribe. If it makes sense for you to share this video with someone, please feel free to do that. Sharing is caring. And if you want to buy either one of these seats, you can buy them directly from me. I have a website for this store, this channel that you're watching, destinationbabykids.com. If you go there and want to buy a seat from me, let me know you saw the video. Feel free, I will leave you a little note saying thank you. And yeah, any follow-ups, just leave them below and feel free to watch my installation videos so you can understand the difference of how to install these bad boys in your vehicle. Okay, thanks so much. We will see you in our next video.